One of the things we need to do in order to support monsters and enemies is I think we need to select a client leader. Okay, so let's outline how we do that. Select a client leader. So what do we have? We have member connected when they join a channel, and member disconnected when leave the channel. We also have the space server, which will receive member joined and member left. So we could use this, and so we could use a space server to see who the leader is. So we could have state leader, then assign that if it's empty, and if a member leaves, if they are the leader, then select another one from that table of ETS member states. Okay, so we can do that. Let's try that. So we have space server, and what is the initial state here? So we go start link, and it should go through an init here. So here's a new table, another new table. Here's the initial state. So okay, we have the reference to this space, which is the what? The ecto model, I think. Then you have two ETS tables. You have a sequence number, and you have a set of disconnected people. This is used temporarily to see who we need to check is permanently disconnected. Because they're disconnected before they leave. Okay, so now I think we need a leader. Alright, and then let's process when somebody enters. So we're handling cast. Here's the event, and I think we want to listen to the, should we listen to connected? I feel like this could be more noisy. Why don't we use member joined, which isn't one of these. So we have to parse out a particular handle cast. We have this broadcast event. We will say choose leader. And we'll say this is the message. So we can do choose leader with this, and we also, with the message, we also need the event. Choose leader, and we can put these at the bottom. Choose leader will only be doing something if it's member joined, I think. Is that the type? Let's check our event name. Member entered is what it's called. Member entered, and here's the event, or member left. Anything else? We don't care, and do nothing. So member entered, we have to see the current state, so we need to pass the current state in there. So we have the state here, we need to pass. We'll pass the state, and the don't care here. And then if state leader if it's null, then we'll set it. And who will we set it to? We'll need to set it to who's in the event. So we'll say that, oh, we need to assign it. So this needs to have a return value. This needs to have a return value here. No reply, and the state. So state equals that. So even in the case where we're not doing anything, we need to have the state and simply return the state. So if the leader is nil, then we'll return state, else return state. Otherwise, return state with leader as event. So the event will have payload and the member ID. Okay. And state is a map, right? Let's go to the init part. It is indeed a map, and it has a leader. Okay, and then this one, so if there's no state, if there's no leader, you can assign a leader. If somebody leaves, and the person that left, if event p member ID is equal to state leader, then we need to assign a new leader. Otherwise, we don't care. Just return the state, because the person who left wasn't the leader. If the person who left is the leader, then we're going to need to find a new leader, which can come from member states. So how do we query member states? Let's see, any reference to ETS table. New and new, what else? Insert, delete, and tab to list and lookup. So ETS lookup with this member ID. So that's looking up a particular person. Tab to list gets the whole list, which will give you member states to map. Where's this being used? States and movements. We might want to make this into methods of something. Okay. I kind of feel like these can be moved to utilities because they don't have anything to do with this channel. So we can say move these two. Cut, and we'll put them in utils. Save that. Over here in space channel, member states to map. Member states to map here should be the XRU. Whoops. Utils. The utils. And other member states. That's it. So let's try it out. So if we have this, and we go to host, jump into a space, so we should be in that table now. So if we say, give me the ID, and we do the space ID, space server etsrefs, give it the space ID, then get two references. Get etsrefs, handle, call. Get etsrefs gives you first member movements and member states, so we want member states. For states, reference, then utils, member states to map with the member states etsref gives you a map, member ID to the values. We're looking for a new leader. Type this to keys. How about map keys? Our utils member states to a map with state.member. Is that the member states? Then get the keys. Under IDs and length if length type this to length. If the length of member IDs is greater than 0, then list the first of member and return state where the leader is member ID. Otherwise, unset the leader. So choose a leader, choose a leader. So this will swap into a new leader if we can. Somebody leaves. Otherwise, the leader is unchanged. And in cases where this is swapped, then we need to do something. We need to have a side effect here. So we probably need to broadcast so it's our web endpoint broadcast to everyone. Will be space ID. This will be leader. Payload will be member ID. Return the ID. Otherwise, we go through here, and somebody leaves. If you're able to select a new leader, and it will be member ID. What's going on here? Undefined functions. So state. Okay, so this elects a new leader, broadcast it, so we need to handle the client accepting. Go to the next, handle client storing leader status. We'll put an end here.